Welcome back, everybody. So in this one, we're gonna be doing terminal setup essentially. Last time, if you haven't seen, we did the installation of KDE. Essentially, we installation of KDE. So that's what I have here in my VM. Um, and it's it's bare bone, like fresh install essentially. You and I showed you how to do that. So do go check it out. And in this one, we're gonna do like a terminal setup. So what we want to do is right now the only thing we have is uh, console. This one, um, which is fine, but we want to install Alacrity. So I will be using Alacrity. We want to install the ZSH shell. We want to install some of the completion related stuff. We will do FZF for file searching and other things, and some terminal emulator thing like Tmux and other stuff. So first of all, let's go ahead and install our Alacrity. Uh, Let me open sorry, console here. So we'll do yay as Alacrity. So that will install the Alacrity for us. So do plus plus. Let's go. All right. So and let's open the Alacrity here. Okay. Um, we will need to install the font. So first of all, let's configure TTF nerd. I will use the JetBrains Mono nerd. We'll use that font. All right. So first of all, let's configure the Alacrity. So what we'll do is we'll create uh right. We'll go to .config, and then we wouldn't have Alacrity here right now, but we need to make a file for Alacrity essentially. So let's go mkdir-p Alacrity. We'll create a config folder here, and we will do nvim Alacrity and I will copy my config from the my dot file. So search that. I think this is me. Go to our dot files. Let's go to config Alacrity, the toml file. So let's yank that and we'll paste it here. What we want to do, so these are my color schemes. You can go ahead and modify it on your own. I like the beam for the cursor. JetBrains Mono NF, that's the font we will be using. And we will use bin/ZSH, but we need to install that. Opacity, I will have some opacity. Decoration tool is fine, and blur, I will do that. Sure. And then so now that that's done, let's install the ZSH. Do that. All right. Let's just check if when we open the Alacrity, whether it works or not. Alacrity, yes. So this is G-Shell configuration. For new user, we will not be doing anything. The function will run again. Exit, create the ZSHRC, and we don't want to, because we will configure this by ourselves. We don't need the format, or we don't need that wizard to do that for us. Let's go ahead and install the ZSH completion, um, and then we'll do bat for file previewing. Then we'll do FD, then we'll do ESA, and then we'll do tree. Then let's do VM at 123. So FD is for finding the file. BAT is for the preview the content of the file. ESA is essentially like this. It will give you the colorized icons and other stuff. And tree is for like viewing the tree list. If you want your folder and other stuff to be in a tree, right? So that's done. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install Oh My ZSH. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. I prefer to use it. So you can, if you have some other custom prompt that you like to do, manual one, that's fine. I just think it makes things easy for me. So let's go ahead and install Oh My ZSH. Sorry, not this one. Alright, so what you're gonna do is we can go to the Oh My ZSH. Oh My ZSH. We can go here and we can just copy the documentation from the GitHub here. Let's use the curl. So to clone the user, do you want to change your default cell to ZSH? No, you don't want to do that. We will do that when we want to, because generally what I like to do is I don't want to change my default shell from bash to ZSH. What I like to do is I like to spin up the Alacrity and set the default there, essentially. So let's do that. The next thing we want to do is syntax highlighting. So we can clone the, we can go to ZSH, syntax highlighting, go here. Right? And we can go to install. Archinox is fine. We're gonna do the did I install the ZSH completion? No, not. I think ZSH completions, right? Yes, I think I installed it. Yeah. It says installing, right? Yeah. All right. Where is the Oh My ZSH with a plugin manager here? Just copy this essentially, and we'll just paste it here. That's done. And then we will do auto suggestions is ZSH auto suggestions. Auto suggestions. We'll go here. And it's the installation install.md. And we'll do my ZSH. Just copy this. And we'll do clone. Good. All right. Now we want to install FZF for file searching. I'll explain how to set everything up in the ZSHRC later, but first we want to install this FZF. So we'll do depth one HTTPS. You know what? Let me just show you how to copy it from the. Let's just go FZF. So this is a fuzzy file finder. If you don't know what it is, it's really nice. And we here. So Arch Linux has FZF package as well, but I like to use the Git version here. and control it where it is essentially. And we'll do fzf install. It will ask you to do you want to enable fuzzy auto completion? So we can do yes. Do you want to enable key binding? Yes. Do you want to update your shell configuration file? We will say no, because we will do that manually. Remember that. All right. So that's done. Next, another thing we want to do is install something called Oxide. It's really nice. It's like a shortcut for any kind of so if you do, like, let's say documents, right? So next time, let's say I'm anywhere else, cd/cd/etc, right? And then I just do documents. Uh, oh, I think it's like I need to give it a name like because what was the alias for it, because I gave it like a alias cd, but generally if you want to use z oxide, it has a z. Yes, so you do z and then you do document. Z command not found, sorry. uh, Document. Oh, I think it's because I need to do z and then document. So anyway, I'll explain that once we set everything up, don't worry about it. So let's do cd so we can go to our home directory. So we install the Zoxide. Essentially, it's a shortcut. It will remember your most most used directories, and then you can just give the directory name, and directly it will go to that. Yeah. So the next thing we want to install Tmux. So Tmux is a terminal session manager. It can help you like open different panes into horizontal, vertical, and other stuff. You can have a sessions and the windows and other stuff. And then we will install Seshbin. So Sesh is a session manager. Emacs has like capability to like switch sessions and other stuff, but it's not so intuitive in my opinion. Seshbin, I found that it's really um really good. So you can go ahead and take a look at the who made it, and let me just search the guy's name. Sesh Yeah. So he made the Tmux, Josh Medeski. So really nice. Go ahead and have a look, and we'll do yes, and then we'll do yes. All right. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and configure our. Um, what we'll do first is we will do ls a. So it created the fzf bash and fzf zsh and all that stuff. We don't need to worry about that. What I like to do is I like to do like a create a file. So like we'll say mkdir and we'll say dot files, right? Go into dot files. So I like to keep all my configuration files in here and then put it into the repo. And then I like to use something called store to symlink into their proper directory. Right? So here we want to make another file called dot config. Actually, what would be nice would be, let's just go ahead, open the, let me just do that. And here we can do compact the details. Yeah. So go here, we'll create a new folder. Big. That's fine. and we want to just cut this from here, and we'll put it here in this one. It's fine. And the bash rc is okay. fz. So we wanna get all these. The bash profile is okay, so let's cut all these from here. ZSHRC, we don't need that. uh, let's cut this here, put everything into the dot files. All right, and then what we can do next is we can do install something called stow, and then you do stow dot. So what it will do, it will make symlinks of everything in within into the parent directory. So if you go here, you can see I have that, right? ZSSRC, and if I go config, I have Alacrity here and I have Alacrity here. Okay, so the good thing about is that now I have everything in one place, and I can modify them in a good way, right? So let's go ahead and we'll open the, first of all, let's open the bash profile. That bash file. So it will call the bash RC. So the first thing we want to do, let me see here. You can just set up the path if you want. Let's go ahead and do that. Don't worry about all these. This is something, if you're working with other stuff and you need some path and other stuff, then it's fine. But for me, I don't need the .NET. I haven't installed the .NET here. So let's go ahead and delete that. We want the home bean path there. Local bean. Cargo is fine because we might be using some of the Go related packages. So let's do that, right? So that's our profile. Now let's go ahead and do ZSHRC, right? Hmm. We will delete all these. Uh, we'll do from the beginning. Let's just do that. Do from the beginning. Delete all that. Let's delete all that, right? And then let's go to the ZSHRC, right? So we'll do the first, we will do ZSH home, right? So that would be around dollar home slash dot o my o my ZSH. So that's our o my ZSH home. And then the next thing we will do is we will set the I guess we will set the path as well here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have my ZSHRC here. So to make things easier, I might copy paste some of the stuff. So let's set the path. We don't need the .NET things here. So let's just remove that. All right. And then we'll do is the man path, sure. So if we, because we installed the uh, man pages, so let's do that. I don't think you need to do that. We will have our default editor to NeoVim. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So we set our default editor to the NeoVim, essentially. Then we don't want any history control, so do that. History control. I like the very I like the ZSH theme, which is like a Robbie Russell, which is like minimal. So if you want, they have more themes on the wiki themes here. You can go ahead and check it, right? We will auto update. We will auto update the oh my posh or oh my ZSH. So when you start the terminal, it will try to show if there is any update. Then you can do that, right? Alright. Alright. FZF tab. I will come back to this one. I will show you, but first let's install the plugins. Alright. So what kind of plugins we have? We have Git. Yes. We don't need MVM because we haven't installed the Node version manager here. Command not found is okay. PIP themes. FZF tab. I will come back for that one. It's really nice. I'll show you why. Syntax highlighting and auto suggestion. Nice. So let's do that. This will do uh, the comp init. This is for auto completion as well. So add these two lines, auto load. So comp init and bash comp init, right? And we will add these FZS config later. And then oh my ZSH. So we'll do that. $ZSH. Yes. So we will start the oh my ZSH here, right? Right. And I think we want to add some aliases as well. So I'll show you how to do that. And we will see here, we will set that CD as a default for the Xerox side. So this will essentially, if you do CD, it will replace it will give alias essentially to Xerox side. And here we have like a command that will open a terminal session manager if and only if you are in the Alacrity terminal. So here is or the console. So we will start the tmux when we are in the Alacrity terminal. Let's do that. All right. So let's start with this, and we'll do WQ, right? Okay, so it is working, as you can see. I think it's because the tmux default shell is still bash. So once we create the tmux configuration, then it should be fine. You know what? Let's just quickly do that. So what I can do is we can go to the dot files, uh, go to config. Sorry, I'm not too used to the netwrt because that's fine. But what we can do here is just we can go to the config. Where is the my dot files here? Go to config. Let's create a new folder called tmux, and then we'll create a new. Or I can just open a terminal here. Actually, cd dot files. That's dot config tmux. Let's go do that, and we'll do tmux dot conf. Like that. And I think we just need to set the default shell for now, and the other things uh, so you can just do set option just default shell default that shell, and we can do slash bean slash ZSH. Right. I do that. Need to enable the I need to enable the tmux again. So we can go ahead and I commented this line out. So we can enable the tmux again. And here, so now if we open again Alacrity, it didn't change. I think it's because the tmux is still running. We need to kill it. So what we can do is actually either we can reload the things or we can kill the tmux and open again. Actually, no. The issue is that I didn't do the store here. Need to store, so it will put the tmux config there, and we can yeah. So now it works, right? Yeah. So now we are in tmux while it's having that alacrity uh, is, is the good old oh my zsh thing. All right. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and set some aliases. So we can go ahead into our dot files, right? And then we can do nvms, create some alias file. So we'll create a new nvim dot aliases, nvim dot aliases dot zsh. Create that, and we'll create three aliases. I'll just copy them from here. Aliases. So the first one will do like default LL. It's like long list essentially, and it will show the ESA icons and other stuff. The second one is LS. It's like icons with the type essentially. So it will show you icons plus the different type. And L3 is like you can see the stuff in a tree section, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Do W, and then we'll do dot ZSHRC. I will put the alias after this one. So what we can do is the alias should be before the last. The alias is last one. This one will be just like if the alias is there, then it will load them up. Let's quit this and quit again. Then we'll open Alacrity again, right? Uh, See, now you do LL and then you do LT. I don't think it did it. Hmm. So I think what we need to do is just we need to create a new open, and then no. Oh, we didn't do dot store. Okay, sorry, my bad. So because it's a symlink, we need to do the store dot. We can do store, right? And then if we create a new terminal, yes, see. So now it will show you with the in a really nice way. So you have ls, and then you can do lt. Just be careful with the lt; it will show you the whole um, thing essentially with the tree and other stuff. So that's nice. Let's do. Let's go ahead and so we can change this also later. Let's just exit all this out. And Veeam ZSHRC. So let's go ahead. So the next thing we want to do is either we can set up the FZF or FZF tab is all fine. So let's go ahead and set up the FZF essentially, right? So what we can do next is you can copy this config from here the way I have set it up essentially. So this is the FZF default command, and this is the uh, let me go back and remove these two because I don't need them. Alright, so that would remove them from here as well. No, let's remove that. So all we need is a FZF config file. So here, so we'll set the home setting here, and then I have the default option because I'm running tmux. I have set like some of the default stuff. You can go ahead and check all this. That's fine. It's mostly um tailored towards like I haven't changed much essentially. I've just like put it in a single file and then uh, run it there. So let's copy that, and we'll just create a new file. So let's quit this one out. We'll do dot fzf dot zsh, right? Dot conf. I should have done the dot conf dot zsh. Okay, and let's just do that. All right, and we'll do wq. All right, and we'll open the zshrc again. Copy this line. Copy this line and just put it here. Right. And in the plugin, we want to add, I think it's fine. In the plugin, it's fine. Now, let's go ahead and write this out. cd dot files. Let's go back and do that. cd dot file show dot, so we can properly symlink essentially. And then let's exit, and exit, and we'll open the Alacrity again. Here you go. So now when you do Control T, it will show you, you can do the fuzzy finding. For example, I want to search my bash RC. So here is the bash RC and the dot .rc, and it will give you a preview here, right? That's a nice. And then if you do Control H, it will give you the previous commands here, the history. And if you do Alt C, it will give you the directories. For example, if I do dot files config, and it will put me in the config file, right? And because we give alias to Z oxide as well. So let's go ahead and show you. So if I do cd documents, not sure if it'll work. No, so it doesn't work right now. So what we can do, cd, and if we do documents, right? And then let's do cd dot here. Then if I go another like etc or somewhere, and then if I just do documents, it will directly put me in the document folder. So it will remember when you specifically go to a document, it will remember that, and it will give that an like a kind of shortcut. So you don't need to type out the whole thing, right? For example, if you want to go etc slash defaults, right? Default, if you go here, and then let's go back to home. So if you do default, it should go there, right? And if you do pwd, then it's etc pw, right? So it's really nice, comes in handy. I like it. So now that that's done, our fuzzy finder is done. You can do history, and you can do a lot of things with that. If you do like nvim and do star star and tab, we'll also do that. Now we can do fzf tab. Fzf tab is what, like, just now I did here, and I do tab, so it's dropping, opening like here, right? Essentially. So, or if I do, let's say, yay, and here there are so many possibilities, right? So let's say I wanna search something like like uh, uh, uh let's say JetBrains, right? So it has like, so it will show you like this, right? Instead of this, it will open a tmux. If you do fzf tab, it will open a tmux window below, and it will give you like an option to choose from that, which is really nice, I think. So let's go ahead and do fzf tab. So I have my configuration here. You can just copy that. That's perfectly fine. So fzf, so you can do dot files. Remember to do fzf fzf tab dot conf dot zsh. Let's paste that here. So disable sort when completing git checkout, so we don't want that. This is just some nice like set list color to enable file name coloring. Yeah, this one also FZF force FZF to not show completion menu. Essentially, complete FZF has ZSH has its own completion, so we don't want to show that. We want the FZF tab to take over. And what this one will do is this will make the default FZF configuration values that you've set. I mean the parameters you set. It will use that. You can set your own, but this one will use that. And let's go ahead and write it out. We will do, and then we will also do nvim zshrc, right? We'll yank this, and we'll put it below or above. Let me just check. FZF conf. Oh, we just, yeah, FZF tab here. It should be like above everything else essentially before the plugins. I think there was a reason I put it above the plugins because we wanna for Oh My ZSH, it has a nice integration with here. So we just do that here, and then we'll write it out, and we'll do store dot. If we open a new one, plugin FZF have not found. I think I need to install it. Actually, like, sorry, just I need to clone it. Yeah, I forgot to clone it. I did all the configuration, but I forgot to clone it. So you need to do FZF tab, right? So you just go here, and here is the Oh My ZSH clone command. So you just go ahead and paste that, exit, let's create a new one. So now if you do, let's say, JetBrains, it will open it like this, and then you can do fuzzy finding, which is really nice. I like this one. Or like if you do CD, and then it will open it like drop down, right? So nice. Compare what we want to do next. So I think main functionalities are done. Next we want to set up the the terminal. The Next we want to set up the Tmux plugin manager. All right. Essentially the Tmux setting. So what we can do is we can do dot files to config Tmux and Tmux config. So we are here, right? And I'm not gonna do everything. Like there is some things that I've done there. So if you go to config and let's go to Tmux, yeah. So let's do the options. The status bar, I like to be it in top. You can keep it bottom or top. Both are fine. Status justify absolute center so that it will be in the center. And there will be a border around it and the format. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. Pane format is, so there will be like a line below it. All right. So now if I open it, and I want to change my default leader key from Control B to, I like to do Alt and the tilde sign. So I'll do that. So let's do that. So the next thing I like to do is, instead of like doing the double quote and the percent sign to like split the window, I like to use slash. So like horizontal split, and the dash for the vertical split. It just makes more things easier, right? For me. And then we want to swap the windows using, like, instead of like doing uh, like alt, yeah, when you do the, like alt 1 2 3, like a leader key 1 2 3, it will swap windows to that particular one, instead of like if you want to go left and right and then you want to swap them. Sorry, I think that's the moving though. No, that's going to navigating to. This is just swap. Like if you want to swap the from left to right and other things. Actually, I don't use this shortcut too much. I wonder why I even have that. What I like to do is when I create a new window within that session, I want it to be on the same path as the current one. So I like to do that. Set new windows with the current path. So this will set like whenever I create a new window, it will be on the same path. And if I do leader space, it will go to the last window. And if I do yeah, let's do that. So it will switch to the last window. uh the index right now is based on 0. So what I like to do is I like to start from the 1 and 2, because you can, if you want to go to the 0, then it's all the way there, right? So you do leader 0, then it will switch to the first one, which doesn't make sense to me. uh, as a programmer it makes sense, like you start with 0, but as a ergonomic keyboard kind of thing, I don't think it makes sense. We'll set some history limit, sure. Just do history limit. And then we want to set mouse on display message time. So the display message time is something the Tmux can display like a short message. I find the normal one like I think 1 second or 2 second, I believe, is too long. So I like to do this one. We will set the plugins and other stuff fine, but let's do the mode keys V. So we'll set the mode for V, right? Uh, and we'll do this one key bindings essentially. So if I do leader V, then it will do begin selection. So essentially uh, the Vim key, right? Rectangle toggle like control V, and the Y is like copy selection and cancel. So that's fine. And for the let me save this first. So let's write this out. So let's write this out. And we want to do, let's create a new window on the side, and we want to install the Tmux plugin manager. So what we can do is if you go Tmux and TPM, so this is the Tmux plugin manager here. So we can clone this. So let's clone this into the home directory is fine. And source tmux.conf, that's for all fine. So that all thing will be in my config here. If we go to here, so we have the Tmux. So some of the plugins I like to use is TM, the plugin manager, Tmux Sensible, Tmux Yank. So we can copy paste stuff. This is my custom Tmux theme that I forked from the Rose Pine. I just made some little changes that I like. You're free to use any one that you want. And then other one is like Tmux Auto Reload. It's just when you have some Tmux configuration change, it will automatically reload the configuration for you, or it will at least warn you that you have some changes. Tmux Resurrect and Tmux Continuum is really nice. One is like if you reload your server, or if you restart your PC, this will save the session at some interval and then reload it. Essentially, I think the default is like 15 minute. Every 15 minute, the Tmux Continuum will see the resurrect will save it, and the continuum will automate the process. Like if you restart your uh, thing, then it will automatically like restore the session. Go ahead and let's yank all this. Let's go to our tmux config, yank all these. These are all rose pine related stuff. You can copy that and all of that. So let's go ahead and do that, right? So these are all like icons and other stuff that will show on the tmux. So go ahead and write that. Now let me exit that. Let me just more time just make sure that I link everything to exit, 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 and then we'll open the sorry Alacrity again. Right, so now that is up. So now we want to do the my leader key has should be changed, and then we want to install all the stuff. So we'll install. I think the issue is like there is some shortcut that's uh, mm, what was the shortcut in the Kevin? Yeah, this one. Let's remove the walk through the current. Yeah, I don't like this shortcut. Now it should go. Yeah, so now my leader key is working. So now I can do leader shift capital I, then it will or capital I, or was it a U? I think it's U, right? Let's go to the plugin manager. So capital I. Okay, prefix capital I, right? So you do prefix capital I. No, doesn't work. Oh, this is an issue. Let me do again. Emacs. No. Oh, I think I forgot to do this one. Run TPM one, right? Yes, yes. So I think what I need to do is cd dot files. I need to go to the right. In this case, I think we can search here Emacs conf, really nice like this, and then we can do. I forgot to add the last part here. We go here in my dot files. Yes, initialize the Tmux plugin. Yeah, this one. Bind X with the kill pane. Yeah, so if you do X, then it will do. Detach and destroy off. We don't want to do that. Let's do that. And Yang selection to primary. Let's do this. Exit. Right. Let's open the Alacrity again. All right. And then we'll do Alt I. Install the. You know what? Let me just do log out. That will be better. And then we'll do VM at 123. Yes, so I think now it should be fine. And then we'll do install. Fail to start Emacs auto reload. Plugin update all. Yes, Emacs auto reload. I don't know why it says fail to start Emacs auto reload, command not found. If I do, yeah, I think it's working, right? The environment saved, right? So if I open again, Alacrity, so now it should be fine. Yeah. And the one last thing is the shesh. So we go to the so let's go ahead and install the shesh.paste, this one. Copy that. Let's just let me quickly create new empty file. Shesh paste.sh. Just paste it here. And this is just like list the sessions essentially. To save, and I will also cd into config. I need to go to dot files, dot config, dot tmux, chmod plus x. We'll do that. Dash list dot sh, and then we'll do nvim tmux.conf and add that here. I go to my tmux config, and then we'll add the dash binding. Anything, anywhere, it should be fine. And then we'll open a new one, and let's do the, so now if I sorry, this closes it, but that should be fine. Okay, got it to working. You just need to remove the, so now if you search the, you have this session manager. If you open, it will also show you the Zoxide. I think the issue was with the session manager stuff is I just needed to remove that and unbind it and bind it. Just remember to remove the double quote essentially. I think it's fine. And you just do like what we can do is we can create a new session. Let's say I want to open this folder, dot files. So now this is my new session man, new session. It will list you all the session. You can close the Zoxide, like you can create kill the session, right? You can create a new one. Control G configs. So if you have that, all right, is the tmux sessions only, or you want to do Zoxide sessions somewhere, right? You want to open documents, right? So now that's nice. So I really like that. We've gone over the time, but I think that's it for this one. I would have liked to done a NeoVim configuration stuff also, but that's a whole another video in itself. So let me know how you feel. Leave like, comment, subscribe, anything. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.